Before I left for camp, I had been struggling with some things that I'd been struggling with since I was really little. At one point, Jonathan Shuttlesworth said, if you've been doing things, watching things, listening to things you know you shouldn't be, you're forgiven and you're broken from that sin now and you don't have to worry about it anymore. And I haven't thought about doing what I did before I left for camp since I got home.
Hi, my name is Tyler, and I've really only been coming to Aspire Youth for about 3 months now. And when Jonathan mentioned the idea of camp, I was like, yeah, let's go, that'll be fun. And then a week before, I had 2 friends pass away, so I was more so dreading the week. Like, my outlook was, why did God do this to me? Why am I going to be going to a camp for him if he just did that to me? And I went to camp, and on night 2, Jonathan Shuttlesworth said that the devil does all the bad stuff and God does the good stuff. And it really changed my opinion on being a Christian because I never looked at it that way. I thought I had always been quick to assume that God did all the bad stuff. And when I came back, I was just like on fire for God. I've really just been deep into being a Christian. God's good.
I came to camp with 3 problems, and I was struggling with anxiety, and I was always scared to be me around people I didn't know, and I was also dealing with a lot of knee pain. Throughout camp, he told us that we didn't need medication to cure anxiety, and it really spoke to me, and ever since I've been home, I haven't had the scary thoughts that I used to, and I haven't had knee pain, and I'm not scared to be me around anyone else.
I knew from the moment that we left camp last year that I definitely wanted to come back next year. And same thing as last year, it was definitely a life-changing experience. That night, Jonathan was talking about how my generation is going to change the country and that our youth group is going to shake this country and bring it back to God.
At camp, I had been struggling with a lot of anxiety and depression, and God was able to heal me from that, and I was able to overcome that and be such a happier person, and I'm just so thankful that he did that for me.
I started crying during the service, and I remember Tyler, like, we talked, he told me, like, you're not going back to your old ways, and what I felt like God was talking to me in my head, Tyler was saying out loud. So him saying, you're not going to go back to the party, you're not going to go back to the drinking. This is a new you, this is a new chapter. You got to do this for a higher purpose, or like you got to live a better life. But if anything, what camp's done for me, it's opened a light that I've always recognized, but I never really looked at. If it wasn't for the people that I got to meet this last year, I wouldn't have been able to go to this camp, and praise the Lord that I was able to go, because it's changed me, and it's changed the people who went with me, and
Hi, my name is Danielle, and I've always wanted to go to camp ever since I started youth, but I never really got the opportunity. I went this year, and it just really touched me. Camp exceeded my expectations. I was going through depression that day, and he started preaching on it, and when he did, I just felt like relieved, and the depression was gone. And that night, Jonathan Shuttlesworth prayed for me, and wow, I felt God all over me. I felt something, like some pressure on my hands. I felt like it was God telling me, Danielle, I am here, and you don't have to doubt me anymore.
My name is Holden. I've been going to youth for about a month and a half. I feel like I've had so many more relationships. I feel like I got brothers here. It's just, I've never had that, and it's an awesome place. The second time I came to youth, it was the deadline the next day for camp. Well, then he texts me 2 days before camp and says that there's an opening, and if you wanted to go. Everybody was awesome. Jonathan Shuttlesworth was awesome. It just go into their services every evening with an open mind, and something happened every time, whether it was something with me or I was praying about somebody else. I went in with an open mind, and it was awesome. Changed my life, and it's pretty cool.
I've been going to youth now for about a year, and camp has just been like a yearly thing for me. Like, it's just part of my summer. But this year, I was just dreading it a little bit. Like, I wasn't really excited for it or expecting anything. And it just, like, kind of taught me that praise is really important and it's powerful. And it's not something we just do because we're supposed to, but we do it because we want to. And it just revealed to me that God really does listen to your prayers, and your prayers are powerful.